Open the fabric backing that needs to be fused. There are 5 pieces in total. 2 pieces of microfiber fabric require ironing. The fabric lining will be slightly larger than the microfiber. Prepare fabric according to the size of the 2 fabric linings. The bottom edge is straight, note the direction of the fabric pattern. If you use fabrics like silkwood and brocade, must be pre-shrunk first. Cut the fabric after pre-shrinking. Cover it with a thin cotton cloth. Set the iron to silk. Iron at the speed of the video. Iron with steam, but don't leave it on for a long time. The fabric will be noticeably smaller after ironing. On the left is fabric double-sided tape. On the right is the fabric lining. The fabric back rubber surface has a grainy texture. Glue surface facing glue surface. 2 layers completely overlapping.
Then align the adhesive side with the back of the fabric, separated by a layer of thin cotton fabric. Set the iron temperature to the silk setting.
The iron has a power rating of 2 kilowatts. Start ironing from the middle. Press firmly at the speed shown in the video. A thin cotton cloth is used as a separator to prevent the adhesive in the middle layer from leaking out. When ironing, press down firmly. The margins are easily overlooked. After ironing, let it cool. Check the edges and fold the fabric to see if there are any bubbles. Especially the corners. This spot was missed during ironing. I'll need to touch up the ironing. Carefully move it, then iron the microfiber. Glue the adhesive side to the back of the interfacing. Flip it over to the front side with both hands pinching it. Ensure coverage of microfiber. Separate with another layer of fabric, then set the temperature to the silk setting. Press and iron from the center outward toward both sides. At the speed of the video. After ironing, press it flat with a heavy object and let it cool. Now let's check it out. If it hasn't been ironed properly, you can tell by touch. After confirming there are no issues, trim it to match the shape of the microfiber cloth. One piece of back body is all taken care of. Iron the other piece in the same manner. This smaller piece is for the hand tag section and also needs to be ironed. The 3 pieces of back body are processed. Use small scissors to cut out the large hole at the top. Use sharp small scissors to cut an opening first. Then carefully trim using the tip of the knife. The effect of pruning. Trim the other 3 holes in the same manner. Use the hole punch to punch holes here. Place a wooden board or rubber mat underneath. Align with the hole position and strike firmly with a hammer. Drill for holes for the foot studs. Next, install the bottom nails. Insert screws into the microfiber. All 4 bottom nails are now installed. Next, sew these 2 leather pieces onto either side of any back body. This is what it looks like after sewing one side. All genuine leather side up. Note the orientation of leather goods. The bottom looks like this. Measure a wax thread 5.5 times the length of the leather strip. Fold it in half twice, and you get 4 times the length. Measure again, then add a little more. Align the direction and align the hole for stitching. So starting from the bottom, the bag opening has these large holes. Two threads interlaced and sewn together. Sew to the area with these the holes on the side. Use the wax thread on the microfiber side. Sew the small leather goods together. Then through the leather. Reinforce the holes at both ends of the small leather goods with a stitch. Finished appearance of small leather goods after sewing. Continue suturing. Sew the remaining 4 holes with long wax thread. Repeat this stitch once more before cutting the thread. Both sides are sewn. Then sew the bottom. Take out the edging strips 3 in total. Prepare to sew the bottom using the longest binding strip. Measure a length of wax thread equal to 4.5 times the length of the edging strip. Use the edging strip to cover the bottom of bag body. Another bag body is located at the bottom. Align the holes and sew all 4 layers together. Ensure that the holes on each layer are aligned. left hand holding the wax thread. The right hand is responsible for suturing. A few stitches left. Both sides are sewn. The true lines overlap by 1 or 2 stitches. Then cut the line. The bag body is securely connected. Take out the bag base and measure a length of wax thread 4 times the length of the bag base. The front of the bag faces inward. First, sew the holes along the bottom edge of the side. Suture 4 or 5 holes. Pull the line tighter. Sew toward the bottom. Sew to this point. Connect to the holes next to the edging strip. The seam is the midpoint. Align the holes on the edging strip. Sew here, it aligns with the adjacent hole. The midpoints are precisely aligned. Then at the bottom of the bag. The center of the bag bottom has a large hole. Use this line to connect the hole next to the large hole. Note the orientation of the bag bottom. This is the bag opening. Place the bag bottom as shown in the video. Then continue suturing. Sew it up with any thread on this side. Then sew in the opposite direction. Back to began. Sew the holes on the left together with 2 needles. This large hole aligns perfectly with all the midpoints. You can check it. The last hole, suture with any thread. Sew both sides, then overlap the 2 threads by 1 stitch before cutting them off. Sew the other side using the same method. Stitch a few stitches to join the pieces together. Sew to here. Then align the hole next to the center point. Connect the bottom of the bag, noting the sequence. The line above connects to the corresponding hole on the bottom of the bag. The bottom of the bag should look like this after sewing. Then use a lighter to seal the thread ends. Then turn to the front side. Flip to the front side. Align the bottom edge so that the distance between the bottom rivets on both sides and the edge is equal. Then sew the two side edges. Measure length of wax thread 5 times the length of the side leather piece. Sew upward from the bottom. Connect it to the preceding line. Sew from the starting point. sewn on small leather pieces. Secure the other side of the small leather accessory firmly using the internal thread. After securing the small leather piece, sew the sides together. The side seams of the bag are sewn. The same method is applied on the other side. Both side seams completed. Then sew the two leather strips of the patch opening. This is how the finished stitching looks. Measure length of wax thread twice the length of the bag's base. One side has 8 holes. The other side, for holes, connects to the body of the bag. Begin suturing from the second hole. Two lines, one long and one short, need not be pulled to equal lengths. Side with short line. 2 horizontal stitches, each one must be repeated. There's extra thread left for further use. If it feels insufficient, you can thread it again. 否因为按需扯。Leave a small length of thread. Reinforce with a single stitch at both ends. Leave the thread ends on the back side. Then seal the ends of all the threads on the bag with a lighter. Take out the inner bag. Align side to side and locate the true midpoints. Mark the midpoint. Then install the magnetic clasp 2 cm down. Weld the spot 2 cm away. The other side of the bag opening is also. Align the center point of the magnetic snap washer with the mount point, as shown in the diagram. Carefully cut open with a suture remover or small knife. Install thin magnetic clasps at the pocket locations. And 10 cotton pads. Finally, place the shim. Use a tool to press both feet outward until they are flat. Magnetic clasp installed. Choose the attractive one as the front side. On the back of the outer shell, align the zippered bag. Align each midpoint and secure with clips. Then sew up the bag opening. Measure a length of wax thread 8 times the length of the edging strip. Following the video instructions, begin sewing from the first hole of the edging strip to the hole on the side. Be sure to sew through to the lining fabric. No holes are visible on the front side of the fabric. Please verify from the inside. The side and end points of the 2 edging strips do not overlap, so the holes must be aligned, otherwise, they are easily missed. Sew to the midpoint, aligning a large hole on the edging strip precisely with the center of the leather strip. You can check it. The hole in the middle is the joint between the two edging strips, without overlapping. After sewing the binding strip, attach this leather piece. The small leather piece aligns perfectly with the triangular position. If there is excess thread, it can be used to continue sewing. Or measure length of wax thread 3 times the length of the bag's base. With multiple layers, one by one, they pass through each layer in sequence. When the needle is aligned with the eye, it goes through very easily. Use the same method to sew this side. Suturing completed on both sides. Then sew on the hand tag. Double-sided tape is applied to the back of the small fabric piece. Trim the fabric to match the dimensions of the double-sided tape. Attach to the microfiber surface of the hand tag, taking tear knot to cover the holes. Let the side facing out. Measure length of wax thread 4 times the length of the bag's base. Both leather items had the leather side facing outward. First stitch repeater for reinforcement. The end is also reinforced with a repeat stitch. Then check out the metal buckle. The hole installed in the middle. Slip on the leather strap. The hand tags are now ready. Then sew this leather together. Measure a short length of wax thread. Just thread a needle. Sew it twice to secure. Use a lighter to seal the end of the line. Align the lining fabric with the outer fabric, then trace circles onto the lining fabric using the holes in the outer fabric as guides. After making a small incision, carefully trim the edges with the blade of small scissors. After cutting the hole, install the metal component. Then cut another hole and install the metal component. Follow this sequence. Place the hand tag on the side that looks more visually appealing. Unscrew the metal part. I sewn from the side. One of them is level. Insert the flat metal piece from the front. Then try tightening it. Hand tag should be placed flat. Slightly tighten the inside. After tightening, the internal clearance is very small. After learning how to install it, unscrew it. Apply thread locker inside. Since liquids cannot be mailed, you must prepare them yourself. Using glue will provide greater stability. A small amount added to the metal edge. Then immediately tighten it. While tightening, be careful not to tilt the hand tag. Tighten to the maximum. The appearance on the back. Once one is installed, proceed to dig another hole. If all the holes are drilled at once before installing the metal components, the fabric may stretch and shift position. After making a small incision, carefully trim the edges with the tip of small scissors. After installing the hand tags here, other metal eyes should use washers according to your specific situation. The thickness of the other fabric layered over the lining is insufficient. Shims must be used to increase the thickness. Once installed, it is relatively hidden. When customizing the other fabric, you must test it thoroughly first before applying adhesive. Once you use screw adhesive, it can't be disassembled. The metal buckle is too loose and requires a washer. If it's too thick, it won't screw on. Be sure to test thoroughly based on your specific situation before using screw adhesive. Unscrew the hardware, insert the large hole from the front. Based on test results, use gaskets selectively. Apply a dab of thread locker. Both of these have been installed. Install the same way on the other side. Four metal buckles are securely fastened. Next, take out these two leather items and thread the needle through the buckle. The snap fastener has a designated direction. With the leather side facing up, thread through the metal buckle. Install it like this. Take out the metal chain. Enter from the front. After advancing a certain distance, there was a spot where it got stuck. Then install the D-ring. The chain must be inserted from the front. Be sure to install the D-ring in the correct orientation. One of the two holes is visible from the outside. The other side has no visible holes. The side with the hole is aligned with the movable needle. One side has a spring and is movable, while the other side is fixed. A movable needle tip aligned with a hollow hole. Press the needle tip against the surface and push it in. Easy to install. Install the other side using the same method. Both D-rings are securely fastened. This is the back of the bag. So this accessory, this is the finished result. Confirm the direction of the snap fastener. Measure length of wax thread equal to 6 times the length of the leather piece. Microfiber folded in half. Suturing may begin at any hole. Repeat one stitch to reinforce. Sew past the center and connect to the D-ring. The overlapping length has 4 holes. Repeat these 2 stitches to reinforce. All areas requiring suturing have been completed. Use a lighter to seal all wire ends. And then you have each your bag is complete. This section of the chain is on the front side.